Hi, good evening, friends. So let's begin really soon. I'll take you through a bit of a vinyasa flow, and then we'll make our way down onto the earth and dig in to some hips and into our soul, and with a little bit of meditation to end the day, start the evening. So thanks for joining. As I've mentioned to some of you specifically, I apologize. I haven't. I took a little bit of time off, and there's so many of us offering classes and practices, but I'm just going through my waves of emotions as well, and I don't always handle that very well. And it just, when a tsunami hits me emotionally, I would think that the practice would help, and it usually does. But we're all going through this so differently, right? And collectively, but individually. And there's so much hope, and the horizon's right there, and there's so much still to look forward to. But I think we've learned, if most of you can agree, right? I've spoken to some friends recently just about how there's a lot of patience, I think, that has been learned. A lot of frustration from turning inward more, constantly learning more about ourselves, right? And when we don't really want to, or we stay busy, but when we're staring at our issues and our frustrations, there's a lot to that. And we have our highs and we have our lows, and it's such a cliche, but there's a lot going on, and but through this, I think we've learned so much, right? And so anyway, I hope you have a great practice, and looking forward to hanging out with my Vancouver crew, heading back in about a week and a half. So. But I'm going to keep the space here every time I visit home, so really excited. And so let's begin standing, and we'll make our way down from there. Okay. So I'm standing in a mountain pose with the feet hip-width apart here. Shoulders go back and down, and a little bit of a bend to the knees. Eyes closed if you like. Expose the palms. Draw the sit bones down, and the tail tucked. And feel all four corners of your feet. Maybe take a little rock side to side, up onto the balls of the feet, the heels. Maybe it's the first part of your day, the one and only time to really connect deep. Maybe you stay busy. And some deep breaths in and out of the nose, and the odd exhale out of an open mouth. Just relaxing the muscles around the eyes, the face. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed throughout the practice. Once in a while, turn sideways as usual for different profiles. And here we go. Bend the knees, inhale, rise, palms can touch. Exhale to forward fold. Hips up, head is down, and soften the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, open up the chest. Breathing in, exhale, fold. Head is heavy. Push down to rise, inhale. Soften the knees. And exhale, down we go. Inhale to halfway lift, open heart. This time exhale, hop or step back, tall plank. Pause. Spread the toes. Feel the cushioning balls of your feet. Engage with the quads and the thighs. Hug the arm bones in towards each other. Micro bend to the knuckles, long through the neck. Feel your shoulder blades lift to the ceiling. And hold for 5, 3, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your front body for 3, 2, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, push into your toenails. Inhale, baby cobra, elbows reach back to the hips. Lift your chest. Push down through hands and knees to downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Hug the armpits in, head is heavy. Stay still or move about a little bit. First downward dog of the evening. Feel your hips lift. The cheeks spread. Micro-bend your knees. Tuck your ribs in to your back body. Relax the jaw. One more deep breath. Feel the hips lift, push into the base of your palms. Inhale, look forward. Hop, float, or lightly step to the top of your mat or surface. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders back, long through the neck. Exhale, fold. Rise slowly. Inhale, soften the knees. Slight back bend if you'd like to take it. And exhale, let's fold. Feel your way through it with pranayama, with breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step back, tall plank. Inhale. Right away, exhale, lower 5. Slowly for 3, 2, 1. Again, baby cobra, root down to the tops of the feet. Lift your knees, shins, elbows reach back. Exhale through tabletop, downward dog. Just one breath here. Breathe space where space is needed. Inhale, look forward. Hop or lightly float. Halfway lift. Breathing out of the nose or mouth, exhale. Maybe a flutter through the lips. Inhale to rise. And hands to Anjali Mudra, Namaste. Shoulders back. Let's pause here. Soften the knees. Crown of the head reaching up. The slight tucking at the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Last few breaths here. Feel the fullness of the inhale and the long, slow exhale back out of the nose. Once more. Hug the legs towards each other. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to fold. Here we go. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop a step back to tall plank. Inhale, option, knees, chest, belly, or chaturanga, lowering halfway. Rolling over the toes, up dog, where the knees are not on the mat. Open the chest, take your time. And then the lift of the hips, rolling back over the toes, downward dog. Spend a breath here. Breathing. This time, inhale, float the left leg up. Start warming up the hips, bend the knees, stacking left hip over the right. Try to avoid opening up your left armpit here. Pausing. Head is heavy. Hug your armpits in towards each other. Micro bend to the right knee. And if your right heel is lifted quite high, that's okay. Maybe you want to hop that right foot in slightly more and feel the heel just grazing the earth. A few more breaths here, just massaging. We're just massaging this left hip crease. Just getting into, maybe digging into some juicy spots there. Let's spend another 3. Left leg up and over for 2. Inhale. Let's go ahead, re-extend the left leg, look forward. This time, step the foot lightly between the hands and right kneecap goes down. Untuck the toes if you'd like. Inhale, extend the arms forward, up and over. Slight back bend if you'd like. And into a hamstring stretch. Hold. So place blocks or books, whatever you have underneath your hands if you have them with you, to give the floor some elevation. Long through the neck. And breathe through tightness throughout the quad. Right from the Achilles into the side of the hip, the piriformis. Getting into the shin, pointing the toes, flex the foot. There's the calf muscle. Next inhale, foot pedal comes down, tuck the back toe, step back downward dog. Inhale. And then breathing out. Inhale, look forward. Hop, step, or lightly float to the top of the mat between your hands. Halfway lift, breathing in. Exhale, fold. And all the way to standing, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. So lots of breath to dance you through the motion. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step back, tall plank. So we'll demonstrate the modified variation. Inhale here. So again, halfway to chaturanga or knees, chest, belly. Just building upper body strength. A bit more of a mellow option. Baby cobra is your option if you came all the way down, or up dog. And meet in downward facing dog, lifting the hips. And a deep breath here. The freedom of the lift of the hips into the ceiling. Lean to your left foot, inhale. Right leg floats up. Exhale, up and over. I'm going to spend some time here. Without changing anything, to replicate this side from the other side. Just notice, breathe into any tight spots. Just playing with some massage. Now let's set up for low lunge. Inhale, extend the right leg straight up, look forward. Create some space like a cat stretch. And let's step forward, left knee lowers down. Maybe onto some padding there if the knee is sensitive. Inhale, extend the arms. So try to bring your left hip going forward, right hip back, squeezing the hips towards each other for balance. Soften the toes ahead of you. And exhale, hamstring stretch. So we might feel some tightness, maybe it's feeling pretty good. Just notice, just constantly observing. You're the observer. Happy Sunday. Oh, it's slightly raining where I am now. It's okay. Fresh spring rain. It's been sort of mild lately. We'll take it. And one more breath here. Space, so just lots of space here. Let's not get claustrophobic. And foot pedal comes down, step back to dog. One breath. Inhale, look forward, hop, or lightly float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to standing, and we'll pause, Anjali Mudra, Namaste. And slice down to the center line of your chest. Pausing here. Try not to move too much, just really be in this still point. Find the stillness, and notice the urge to fix the hair, fix the shirt, scratch. Usually those things just go away if we let that time pass. Soften the breath. And gently extend the arms at your sides. Let's open up the side of the body and the waist. Shifting weight into your left foot. Left hand to the hip. Inhale. Right arm floats up and over. So let's send the hips to the right. Keep a little bit of that space between the feet. And tuck the chin in. Tuck the ribs in. Hug your back body and front body together. And then option to extend your left arm to the side of your body. Second option, interlace fingers, index finger release, up and over to where the ceiling meets the wall. So imagine your right hip is getting pulled to the right, but we are being magnetized up and over to the left. Find your edge. Soften the knees, hug them internally towards each other, strengthening all the way up into the hips. maybe going deeper on your exhale. Find the softness within the strength. Feed the fire some oxygen. Last breath. With the core, with the help of the feet, inhale, rise slowly. And if your arms are interlaced, bend at the elbows, thumbs to the back of the neck. And shift. Let's come back up. Interlock fingers, opposite grip, or right arm floats down, or hand to the hip, up and over to the right side of the room, hips to the left. Relax the left shoulder into the socket. Send the tricep back. So we're externally opening upwards. Those of us with the interlace, your right fingers are pulling you up and over, pulling your left hand with it. Feel the rib cage open. Last breath. Feel the length stem from the hip line, maybe even further down from the side of your leg. And slowly rise. Inhale. In a wide circle, hands to the low back. Where pockets would be on hands, right? So option, keep your feet hip width apart, or big toes can come together. Keep a bit of space between your heels. Micro bend to the knees. Inhale, begin to lift your sternum, lift your chest. Very mild back bend, it's all lift in the front body. Keep your chin in line with the floor, or if it's safe for your neck, go a little deeper. Hug your elbows towards each other. Relax your tush. Distribute the weight evenly in the feet. Space. With the yin, soon enough, we'll be folding inwards, turning inwards. And slowly rise, inhale. And take your hands to the hips. Some warrior series. So let's take a bend to the knees, shifting weight into your right foot. Step your left foot back, looking on a pair of skis on a railroad track. Bend the right knee, stacked above your ankle. Left hip going forward, right hip back. Back leg is super strong and push the heel back. Arms can lift up. Relax the shoulders. Option to interlace again, or if you like the juicy interlace behind you, send the knuckles back and lift your front body. So to save tension in the low back, again, so that pelvic tilt, tuck the tailbone, sit bones draw down, and the pubic muscle lifts up to the navel. You're just holding, finding stillness for now. Maybe go ahead, close your eyes. I'm going to too. Feel the micro movements in the ankles, the temptation of the toes gripping the floor. Try and relax them. Can we lift all 10 toes? And notice how the rest of the feet are doing the work for us. Trust. Let's tap into our core. Inhale. Lift off. Straighten out the legs slightly. And let's go ahead and pour forward halfway. Holding a bowl, imaginary bowl, in our palms. So the triceps turn up. The eyes of the elbows turn up, and ears between the shoulders. Imagine you're getting pulled back, but we're reaching forward. Tuck the low ribs in, keep that micro bend to your right kneecap, push your left heel back in space, firm up the kneecap, and the thigh bone, hold for 3, 2, and finger pads come down, maybe on blocks, on some kind of surface to elevate the hands. Head is heavy. So like our hamstring stretch earlier, maybe we're feeling some of the same muscles kind of turn on. And then there's this shift, and some of us have done this before. If you like, stick your right bum cheek out, and I'm doing that too. And I just feel like my hips are sort of all over the place. They're not aligned. So feel the right sit bone draw back, the left hip bone draws forward. We're trying to find this flatness in the low back. And maybe bow forward if you like. Space in the shoulder blades, breathing in. Breath out. Lift your back heel. Bend the back knee and simply hop to the top of the mat. Big toes together. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest, and exhale, fold. So just a little break before warrior two. Bend the knees, breathing in, setting up for warrior two. Weight into your right foot again. Step your left foot way back and turn the outer edge of your back foot back. So we're lining up the arch of the back foot with the heel. Windmill the arms, push down to rise, warrior two. Chin over the shoulder, reaching in opposite directions here. So we're maybe feeling some tightness in the hip crease. So we don't want to force things to open just over time. So maybe just a gentle push of the kneecap over the baby toe. Back foot slightly turned in and really sealing the outer edge of the back foot. Shoulders, do they feel stacked over your hips? Lots of fire building here. Try to stay in it. And thigh in line with the earth. We're not going to float tonight. We're going to stay with it. Right here. Rooting down into the earth. Yet there's height from our tailbone driving up into the roof of our head. Space. And this inward hugging of the front body into the back body. Let's hold for 5, 3. Inhale, prepare for downward dog. Exhale, windmill the arms, step right foot back, downward dog. Stay here, or if you'd like to flow, join me. Doesn't matter to me. It's just what your energy is telling you. Inhale, working forward to the top of a push-up. You're going through the flow. Knees, chest, belly, or halfway, chaturanga. Heartstrings open, shoulders roll back for up dog. And downward dog. Slow, deep breaths. And let's take one more. Inhale, look between the thumbs, hop, walk, or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest, and exhale, forward fold. And push down to rise, inhale, palms touch, and hands float to the hips, preparing for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1 on the other side. So let's take a bend to the knees, weight shifts into your left foot, step your right foot back. So let's again shift the hips. Feel this lift of the pubic muscle up to the navel, firing up the back leg, and extend the arms up when you're ready. Maybe an interlace if that works for you again, or just to change it out, just do the opposite that worked for you on the other side. And without thinking, just automatically just go there. What are you feeling? Where are you feeling it? What is needed? Maybe there's a theme for your practice. There's some lightness. I'm not going to go full throttle, or maybe you have lots of energy. You're going to dig a little deeper. And surprise yourself. And maybe close your eyes. Notice what happens. Where does your breath go? Do we clench the jaw? Now slowly come out of this posture, setting up for pyramid pose. Straighten out your left kneecap, keep the micro bend, and then there's that goal. Let's pour forward, palms face open to the ceiling. Relax the shoulders, so imagine they're getting pulled back into their socket. And find this halfway lift. Left hip back, right hip forward. Push your calf muscle back into space. Hold 3, 2, and hands connect to the blocks, whatever you're using, or finger pads to the floor. Make sure that back heel is down. If there's air beneath your heel, just walk your foot in, float it back in, float your right foot closer to you until you feel the connection of the earth. And some of us like the hands on the other side with bent elbows, or extend them out like a downward dog, maybe even backwards, something different. warrior two soon. Pull your palms forward, lift your back heel, square off the hips, and lightly step to the top of the mat, big toes together. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest, and exhale, fold. Virabhadrasana 2, inhale, bend the knees, step your right foot way back in line with the back edge of the mat. So using up your whole yoga mat here, and root down to rise as lift. So energy throughout the arms all the way into the middle fingers there. Kind of feel the fingertips lift like elf shoes. Chin over the shoulder. Space around the neck, space in the shoulders. Shoulders roll back and down. Tuck the ribs in. Feel the shift of the shoulders stacked above your hips. And this beautiful fiery lunge here. Maybe a little tap the inside of the knee crease. Stacked over the baby toe. Back foot slightly turned in. Really charged up here. And so we're kind of dropping down into our seat here. But there's this uprightness in our midsection. The height through the crown of the head. Hold for 5, 3. Inhale, prepare for dog. Exhale, windmill the arms down, step left foot back. So option to stay here, hang out, or move through a flow. Inhale. We're gonna make our way down soon. Knees, chest, belly, or chaturanga. Hug your elbows in. Maintain slowness. Inhale, rise to the upper body. Move down for downward dog. Push into the base of the palms. And reminder to keep a little lift in the center of the palms, to not flatten the palms completely. Not very good for the joints, the wrist. So sealing off power section of practice. Inhale, look forward. Hop or lightly float to the top of the mat. And inhale, halfway lift. And bow. Inhale, slowly come up to standing. Palms touch. And into namaste. Hands apart. Thumbs up center of the chest. Pause. Giving thanks to your breath, to effort, to our 5 senses, to having 2 arms and 2 legs, air in our lungs, hands and feet to work with, to feel. This beautiful breath, our chi, our prana. Let's float our way down. Inhale, rise, palms touch. Bow slowly. Once you're down, you might want to have those blocks, those books, whatever, just to now make it more passive. Have that surface there for you, for the palms to rest on. Or go ahead, grab opposite elbows. Give yourself a little rock side to side. These are just suggestions. Now, as usual, I'm just throwing out stuff that works for some, doesn't work for others. And if you're new to practice, you just end up sort of molding into what works for you. And that changes over time too. Right. Up into the knees, open the chest. And let's step the left foot way back. And again, lower lunge to that knee. We're going to give it some time now. So please roll up the side of your mat if you're using a mat, cushion, something underneath the knee if you know that it's sensitive. Grab it now. Avoid saying, to hell with it. Just do it. You want to be as comfortable as possible. So now we're arriving at the seam. Let's send our shoulders back. Knees come up. So we're allowing the magic to happen the longer we sit. And we're going to hold for a couple minutes. So it's tempting maybe to kind of hang out and throw all our weight and then kind of open out to the left side here. Square off the hips. So there's activity. There's work involved. Squeeze left kneecap to right heel. Squaring off touching this quad and this thigh, maybe that left knee can go a little bit further back, as long as this right kneecap is stacked over your ankle. Eyes closed, or find a drishti, a connection to something ahead of you. Soft gaze. Notice what comes up mentally. What's feeding you? What are you feeding it? Is it positive? So let's avoid staring at our thoughts. Just kind of take little glances. Let it go. Maybe a shoulder roll back. Maybe you want a little bit of a back bend here. Open up the neckline. So there's some organicness to our shape. And create what you need. I practiced with Chris Chavez, if some of you have heard of him, yesterday. It was great to have been connecting with him lately. Good conversation and some, anyway, on a physical note, I'm definitely feeling it from yesterday through my legs. Using muscles in a different way, it's humbling. And that's okay, your hands need to come down, you need that pause, you know, what works for me doesn't work for you, and vice versa. You're finding your edge. Notice, is it mental, is it physical? A few more breaths. I'm going to come into variations of dragon now. So let's place both hands to the inside of this right knee, this right foot. You might want that padding, the blanket, the bolster, whatever, for underneath your palms, again, to bring the floor closer to you. So we don't want to lock out our arms. So always a soft bend to the elbows. Option 1, knee crease is pushing into the bicep. And this might be where you stay for the whole time. Maybe we heel toe the foot away, lined up to the corner of the mat, knee and foot to roll into the edge. Don't be afraid of sensation. Test it out. Try and hold space. Maybe some of us use that surface, that extra surface for the elbows to come onto. Maybe that's the earth. Maybe that's the ground. Volume shift. Other options. Weight pours into your left hand. Right arm floats forward, up and back. And maybe we're able to reach for our left ankle. Maybe a yoga strap. Get your friend, partner to get your jump rope for you. Have it close by you. It is difficult to perform by yourself. So you bring, with the help of the strap, the band, you're bringing the ankle towards the bum cheek. You might stay on your left hand. A bit more of an advanced variation, something juicier. You come onto the left forearm. So you're leaning onto that left side. Your heart is opening. Your chest is opening to the ceiling. With or without holding on. And you can do this the whole time we're in this posture, for half the time, for a few breaths, just as another variation. So another half minute, wherever you are in dragons. And look up the posture too on your own time. If this posture is new to you, it's also known as lizard. Just to learn a bit more about it. Yogajournal.com is a great source of info. And every teacher will have their offerings, right? Their suggestions, their opinions. We all put our flair on it. The key is, with yin, staying with it. Last few breaths. toes, use the help of the hands to come up, removing any blocks or whatever you got out of the way. Heel toe onto the foot and underneath your chest. You might want to do a few back and forths. And then we're going to, so I'm going to come into this angle, tuck your left toes under, like coming into warrior two, turn onto the inner edge of your foot, and then pivot onto the ball of your right foot to face the front, to face the side of the mat, sorry. Come onto your left heel for balance. And you might need to walk the left heel in slightly closer, depending on the flexibility of your hip and the sensation of the leg. And this is just a little bit of a balancing posture for a moment. You might be on your fingertips with the padding underneath you, the elevation underneath you. Or if you can, a bit of a meditation moment here. So your right bum cheek is resting on the shelf of your right heel. Can we bring our hands to heart? And if this is not working out for you, maybe you just hang out here. Just kind of breathing into the hip crease and the glute muscle. Find height. For 3. For 2. And pivot. Face the top of the mat. Downward dog. Step back. Slowly. Mindfully. Walk it out. Maybe a flow if you'd like. And a gentle tiptoe to the top of the mat. A bend to the knees, breathing in. And let's step the right foot way back. Gently lower the knee to the earth. Now untucking the toes, personal preference. I think I mentioned to untuck them before, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Coming up, interlace the fingers over your left knee. So again, if you're watching, I'd rather you go by how it feels though. We want to avoid the right knee stacked directly underneath the hip. It's just not going to get any oomph. It's not going to get any stretch. So allow that right knee cap to go further back. It's like the hips are, we're allowing our hips to melt in. We're giving our hip bones some structure. Dropping down, surrendering our pubic muscle down. Our upper body has purpose. So remember, we're now holding for a while. Relax your left toes. A gentle squeeze at the two ends of the mat towards each other. With the eyes closed, shoulders back. Practice some breath work. Inhale for 4, exhale for 5. And a micro pause at the top. Let's try one together. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Again. Inhale slowly. Pausing at the top. Exhale. There's that discipline. It's bittersweet. All these flavors. Bitter, sweet, a little salty, tart. Last few breaths. Keep the breath sweet. And lizard, dragon's pose, both hands to the inside, heel, toe, left foot away slightly. So again, option 1, just different angles here. Bicep and knee crease. Toes, fingertips, nose, chest facing straight ahead, or turn your left foot slightly out side, same direction your knee is going. Come onto the edge of your foot. Place what you need underneath your hands to bring the floor to you. Again, the body's adjusting to this side. So be gentle, respect the timing, respect the process. Maybe left arm floats forward, up and back. Avoid just hanging out on this right shoulder. Push the floor away from you. Space, heart opens, open up. Maybe we grab hold with some help with our dear friend, from our dear friend, a strap. So we would be pulling the strap, ankle, heel towards us, or if available, we reach from the baby toe side of our foot so the palm is exposed open to maintain this shoulder, this pec to open. Otherwise, we're closing in if the fingertips are facing out, if the palm is facing back. So we're opening up here. Maybe we go onto our right forearm. Maybe never. Maybe next week. Maybe next year. There's no hoping for something to happen. Just all these adventures that we go on throughout a practice. We just build more chapters in our life through our practice, physically, mentally. If you're not holding onto the ankle, that's fine. You might be on your hands, you might be on your forearms. Not looking on Instagram, not doing your stuff. It's tempting. Kill two birds with one stone, but this is sometimes the hard part. Again, we're just faced with that flavor of what we're experiencing here. And maybe we're just loving this. Maybe we're pleasantly surprised right now. This is working positively. Just under 30 seconds. Of the breath, if we mentally went somewhere else, and slowly rise. Bring your knee underneath your chest slowly as you're ready. Moving back and forth. And you could stay rocking here, or tuck your back toes under. And we're shifting. So now we're sitting on, other side. Left heel. The bum cheek is resting on the left heel. Extend your right leg out to the side. Toes curled up to the kneecap. Coming onto your fingertips with the elevation underneath your hands if you'd like. Micro bend to the knee, or a lot of a bend to your knee, as much as you need. Just instead of our garland pose, yogi squat. Just a different way to open up through the inner groin. Maybe one hand, maybe two. You know, I fall too, and I'm not gonna, I don't care what you guys think. If I fall, I don't care. Like, don't worry about it. It's a practice. You fall, you fall. You pick yourself up. You learn something. It's an experience. You know, so I'm on stage right now, but it's just, I'm playing with you. I don't feel alone whatsoever. It's fun. Make it fun. For 3, smile. 2. And slowly let's pivot, downward dog when you're ready. Let's come into child's pose for a moment, a few moments. Choose your variation, knees together, front body rests on top of the thighs, palms face up alongside your feet, on your forehead, or open up your knees, not width apart or so, sitting onto your heels, and extend forward. Just go ahead, surrender. Maybe a gentle massage where the front of the brain rests. And quieting down the chit-chat of the mind. Constant stream of thoughts and stories and images. And spending a little bit of time here, Balasana, the child's pose. So stay folded. Experience that fullness of breath, sweetness. We're constantly witnessing. We are going from waves of effort into ease, observing, and just finding that wave of breath. We'll spend another minute here in Balasana. The exhale, taking you down a little deeper. Expansion of your inhale. And a long, smooth ride out the exhale. And just allowing the thoughts to move through the sky of awareness, and I take notes myself when I'm going through, it's like writing a song. You need life experience. So although some of this makes sense and it can come naturally, I take notes when something pops up and just think, yeah, this is a good point, and this is just, do you relate? Do you guys relate to some of this? Inhales to become that opportunity to circulate new life. It's an opportunity to carve out the deeper tensions and to help us ultimately create space. And so some thoughts on the hips. Anatomically, our hips are the target joints in our body. There's a lot of muscle, a lot of bone, a lot of nerve, and that's why that flavor is usually very bitter when we're practicing. So we just want to, over time, our journey through it, process is about devoting time to make sure they're supple, they're loose, they're healthy. So in these long, slow, sustained, deep stretches, we're just giving the body that time that it needs to open up. So moving underneath the outer surface muscle. And just moving into these deeper ligaments. You know, the fascia that hugs around, and we're feeling a lot in these deep holes. And as you're ready, slowly, if you need more time, Balasana, that's fine. Otherwise, slowly lift. And we'll shift sort of, if you're on a yoga mat, unless you're on a carpet, you have lots of space. Shift towards the top of the mat or so that we can lean back. So we're sitting on the heels. With the help of the hands, let's lift our tush and then sort of mold it into the bole of our feet. So this might be your jam. You stay here, micro bend to the elbows, maybe some height, some lift again, a pillow, something a bit more firm underneath the palms. Or maybe you go down deeper on the forearms. If this is not for your knees, you might actually, almost forgot about this one option, draw the heel closer to the edge of the foot. You just go one leg at a time, so extend one leg, it doesn't matter which. You might be surprised that this is okay. Just one leg at a time though. I'll let you know when to switch. Those of us maybe doing this one-legged variation. Otherwise, maybe some of us have resorted onto the forearms. Maybe all the way down into the shoulder blades. And if so, the arms above you, bend at the elbows and the palms open. And so this quieting down from yang to yin. Maybe there's that moment, this deep exhale through the body. Those of us with one leg long, let's go ahead and switch. Extend the other leg out and your other heel beside your hip. So if you're on the shoulder blades and your forearms, just breathing into the tightness. Drinking water when we're thirsty. We're just giving the muscles that well-deserved oxygen. Usually when we're not enjoying a posture, our breath becomes a little bit more restricted, a little bit more faster. Not much time between the inhale and the exhale. And vice versa. And just notice if that's you. And a couple more breaths. So if you're all the way down, come up onto your forearms, tripod the hands outwards and root down. Just lift straight up. And let's wash out the legs with some windshield wipers. Moving in towards meditation soon. And you can sit upright. We have a meditation cushion. You're welcome to rest in a child's pose or a shavasana, lying down and grab the blanket, put some socks on, whatever. Maybe you have a fireplace. Oh my goodness, it's May, but can't tell that I got mine going. Every year is so different as far as the temperature. All right, let's extend both legs. You're welcome to use that band. You have your yoga band, strap, jump rope. Remove the extra flesh underneath your tush. A little activity before completely making this posture passive. So if you're using the strap, you're pulling your front body towards your legs, toes flexed, shoulders back. You're trying to keep a flat back. Just folding to your own degree. Otherwise your fingertips are forward or even start behind you. So can we feel that temptation of the back starting to round, and that's just due to the flexibility. So we want to avoid the caving in. We will soon. We're going to allow ourselves to fold. For now, just find that sweet spot at edge. And the tailbone, and like a cane, the spine ends at the tip of our head. So lots of space to breathe. Just everything gets going. Our digestive system loves space. One more breath. Release the strap. You could put the bolster, pillows, whatever in front of you, something soft hopefully, for your front body to rest on if you need it. Relax your toes and just folding in comfortably without force. And just releasing. Releasing. Breathing into the fold. This hug of gratitude for being curious of the practice, curious what we're capable of, curious of our body, our breath, the connection of the two and the spiritual. The letting go and then the strength to endure. And then there's this cocoon of softness that we must remind ourselves of when we're hard on ourselves. We're going through these waves, riding them with everything that we're experiencing right now. Slowly coming up and finding your comfortable seat again. You might surround yourself with cushions and come into a state of Shavasana. So find what works for you, and we'll make those final adjustments. picture it. I assumed I knew exactly where it was. Okay. And take a deep breath. And release. And 2 more. Inhale through the nose. And a sigh all the way out. Don't leave anything behind. And again. You are safe in this space and free to relax completely. So let your shoulders drop. Feel the release of any tension, any lingering sensation in your back, in your neck, your jaw. Just really sinking down into the earth. Breathing in through the nose deeply. Now back out of the nose, long and smooth. Feeling the release of oxygen. Feeling calm and relaxed. Muscles around your face, your eyes, your forehead. Those of us lying down, feeling the back of the head sink into the earth beneath you. And taking another deep breath in together. And exhale as much as you can. Maintaining the natural rhythmic breath in and out of the nose. And just allowing your body to sink deeper and deeper. And as you continue to breathe slowly, you may start to feel maybe a light tingling sensation in your body. This is the oxygen. This is the oxygen flowing freely to every part of your body, every cell, and purifying and cleansing. And this is taking you deeper into relaxation. Into pure relaxation. Inhale, feeling this lift of the front body, this outpouring, and this grounding exhale. Quieting down. And this state of feeling at ease is a natural state for your body. When we breathe deeply and slowly, we send a signal appreciation, through that learning, through that taking that time to delve into our body and our breath, we have to remind ourselves to keep breathing. There's that moment again, right? But the more we practice and cultivate this energy, the more consistent we are, the results become more positively balanced. Now begin to think about what you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the sunshine. Oh, there's lots. Right? Just grateful for the big scheme of things and the little things that mean a lot. That cup of tea, that piece of chocolate, being able to afford chocolate, being able to flush a toilet. Not everyone in the world can do that. That's a lot to think about. How about that hug? How about that hug from that friend that we can't wait to hug again? We're grateful for that person we haven't yet met. Grateful for who's in our life, who's yet to be in our life. Grateful for the unknown. Let's just, we could take it. We could take anything. And we breathe into that. Remember, you choose what you want to focus your energy on and how you want it to feel. So we focus on the gratitude in life, being thankful, what you have and who you are. So let's practice every day. The smallest little thing, seeing that ladybug in the grass. Things that are unplanned. And we just continue to allow that breath. We allow that breath to move effortlessly through the body. And maybe this brings up emotions. And visualize now the kind of things and people you'd like to attract or attract more of in your life. How will this can serve you positively? Giving your life a positive impact, positive influence. What attracts you? This gratitude, this abundance can be such a key to happiness. It's not about collecting more, an accumulation, but what other influences can you add to your life? This doesn't have to be answered right away. But as you're sitting here or lying there breathing, just something to consider. We step into into this image in our mind. And expressing the true self by taking some time to gather what it is of true value in your life. Maybe what needs to go. Also on that same breath, yeah, what can we live less with? What is unattractive? And continue with quality rhythmic breath as you reflect here. And as I said, this is a process. And it's a well-deserved process. Noticing what comes up, and practice of gratitude, practice of what's serving us positively, and what's our poison, that we can muster up the courage to look into and release it. Release it with kindness as much as possible. As you are taking a deep breath in and a clearing exhale, and you slowly awaken on your own time. And you're shifting quietly and just moving as you're ready. You might just stay a little longer as you are. As you open your eyes, just staying in this presence, this environment. And this can carry you into the rest of your evening. So as always, I'm grateful for your energy coming through electronically. I can feel it. Got something out of this tonight. Please send me messages of something you'd like to see more of,